Welcome back to the Gucci Shaman podcast. I want to talk to you guys today about death. And I've been gone for a little while because I've been going through some grieving of my own. We lost our father, my dad, about 2 months ago. And so I find it appropriate for this podcast to be about death. What happens spiritually when someone dies? When the soul leaves the room? There is a moment so quiet, so sacred that most people don't even realize they're standing right in it. It is the moment the soul leaves the body. And if you've ever been beside someone like I have when they died, truly beside them, you understand something changes in the room instantly. The air changes, time changes, every sound feels different. Death is not just physical, it is an energetic, it is a spiritual transformation. And today I want to talk about that transition, not from fear, not from religion, not from dogma, but from spirit, from presence, from witnessing, from love, because I believe death is not the end of consciousness. I believe death is a release. It's definitely a return, a remembering. And for many people, especially those of us who are sensitive, like I am, healers, empaths, caregivers, there's unmistakable feeling when someone crosses over. Their body may still be there, but they are gone. And somehow the soul knows it immediately. I think one of the greatest misconceptions humans have is believing we are the body. We are not the body, we are the soul. The body is the garment we wear. The soul is the life inside the garment. And eventually every soul outgrows the fabric of this world. Spiritual traditions all over the world speak about transition differently. Some call it crossing over, some call it returning to the source, some call it the spirit world, some call it heaven. Almost every ancient spiritual tradition agrees on one thing: consciousness continues, energy continues, love continues. And I think deep down, most of us know that. I think that's why people still feel their loved ones after they pass. I know I do. A scent suddenly appears, a dream that feels too real, a bird showing up at the exact right moment, a flicker of electricity, a song playing unexpectedly, a presence in the room. Sometimes grief even opens people up to being more psychic. Their veil is thinner, especially immediately after death. I believe the soul lingers on for a period of time, not trapped, not suffering, just adjusting, like someone stepping from one world into another. Imagine living underwater your entire life and then suddenly breathing air again. That transition must take a lot of awareness. And I think many souls stay near because they want to see what's going on, not to haunt people, but to comfort people, to say, hey, you guys, I'm still here. One thing I've learned about death is this: the dying often begin leaving the body before the body stops. And people nearing death sometimes begin seeing loved ones who already passed. They talk into unseen people. They stare into corners. They become less attached to earthly things. Sometimes they become incredibly peaceful, and almost as if part of them already sees beyond the veil. And sometimes people fight. And my dad, he definitely fought. People who are deeply attached to control, identity, status, or unresolved pain, because they think death asks for surrender, complete surrender. So the ego fears death, but the soul understands it. And I think that's important. The soul is not shocked by death, only the human mind is. And spiritually, I believe death is a shedding, like removing heavy clothing after carrying it for too long. The soul becomes lighter. We become freer, expanded. And I know this may sound strange to some people, but I believe many people feel more alive after death than they do while living. No pain, no illness. Think about it. No limitations, just awareness, presence, energy, and love. Also, I believe grief is sacred. Grief is love searching for somewhere to go. And when someone dies, the relationship does not end, it changes form. That's all. The physical conversation ends, but the energetic conversation often continues. You still speak to them. I know I do. You still feel them. I know I still feel my dad. You still carry pieces of them inside yourself. And sometimes they answer, not always with words, but with signs, with feelings, synchronicities, dreams, moments impossible to explain logically. I think many people stop themselves from experiencing spiritual connection after death because they're taught it's irrational. But spirit's not irrational. Spirit is subtle, and subtle things require stillness. And this is why meditation matters. This is why silence matters. And this is why nature heals people who are grieving, because the soul becomes easier to hear when the noise of the world quiets down. When someone dies, I do not believe they disappear. I believe they transform. Just like water becomes vapor, you cannot see it anymore, but it still exists. And maybe part of healing grief is understanding this. Love cannot die. Energy cannot die. The soul cannot die. Only the form changes. And if you're grieving someone right now, like I am, I want you to know this. Speak to them. Light the candle for them. Say their name. Tell the stories. Cry when you're ready to cry. Because grief is not weakness. It is evidence of connection. And spiritually, love is one of the most powerful energetic connections in existence. And I also think being present for someone's death changes you forever. You begin seeing life differently. Smaller things matter less. The soul matters more. You become softer, more aware of time, more aware of how fragile people really are when they take their mask off. Death strips away illusion, and strangely, it can awaken people spiritually more than almost anything else. Because once you witness someone leave the body, you realize we are something far greater than flesh. We are temporary humans carrying eternal energy. And maybe that is the real spiritual lesson of death. Not fear, not endings, but remembrance. The remembrance that we are souls having a human experience, not humans hoping someday to become spiritual. Thank you for spending this time with me today. This is the Gucci Shaman podcast. And remember, sometimes when someone leaves this world, they become closer than ever before. Until next time, protect your energy, listen to your spirit, and let the unseen world remind you love never truly dies. Thank you for watching me, the Gucci Shaman podcast. Please like or comment, especially if you're going through some sort of grief right now. We can talk about it. Thank you.